the only character that can transform between human and cat in this game, and the only character who is aware that they are in a cross story, unlike the other character who is playing the cross story. That is the witch, or cat of salvation now. She kind of merged herself, so she's like half and half now, so she is technically a witch cat now, so I guess we call it like the witch cat of salvation. Kyusei no nekomasho desu. Behold the new unit for this time, the Witch Cat of Salvation, Ditraina EX, and she's a hunter this time. Although she is still a DPS this time though, last time she was a magic DPS, now she's a physical DPS, except she has some support utility in addition compared to her old self. Ditraina doesn't really have a good no support skill. She still has like some starter time buff attack skill and stuff, but none of them is as good as some of the other skills she has, so it's better to just focus on the DPS skill and just let the support stay on the passive and the ultimate and the EX skill, etc. So for Ditraina, you have a lot of offensive skill to use with her. You have the 6-hit multi-hit attack, you have the 4-hit attack that is hit very hard but also reset all of your intuition stack to 0, and then you also have the AoE skill that also scale up of intuition stack. All of her main DPS skill are a scale up of her intuition stack, which is gained through by inflicting crit. The main way you would inflict crit with Ditraina is that she has an EX skill and an ultimate, but her EX skill mostly you can use it on turn 1 right away. You inflict 2 turns of guaranteed crit debuff to the enemy, as in that any attack that the enemy receives will be a guaranteed crit. Hence why it's very easy to gain intuition point, because the EX skill also is a 6-hit, so at the start of battle you gain 6 points of intuition already, and you also make the enemy weak to guaranteed crit already, so it's really nice. As for a passive, the intuition point does gain from getting a crit hit on the enemy. In addition to that, Ditraina has a medium chance to inflict a medium bow resistance down to the enemy, which is very easy, because her EX skill is a 6-hit, her ultimate is a 9-hit, and her normal skill can be a 6-hit or a 4-hit or a 4-hit. So, it's very much guaranteed that the enemy is going to suffer from like 9 turns of 10% bow resistance down, and it's medium chance too, so it's very highly unlikely that you will miss all of them. Now for other passive. This one has a new mechanic, which will be a recurring one. Like how we have like implant and then we have like damage cap up and stuff. The new mechanic that will be recurring from now on for every new unit in the future is the conversion of stat. So Celestial Aurora, in addition to granting Ditraina 30% attack up, at 3 point it let her hit 2 more elemental weakness. At 6 point it let her hit 2 more elemental weakness, which combined with Ditraina already hitting light and dark. At 6 point, you are already hitting all elemental weakness, which is nice. At 9 point, you convert 50% of magic stat that Ditraina have to an attack stat. And this includes all of the stat, include the base stat and also include the equipment stat and the passive stat and the accessory stat, etc. So whatever number you see on the stat menu screen, you take half of that and that will add into the Ditraina attack. Which when I tested when I play with Ditraina and JP, should be around having around 60% potency up. So yes, if you ever wonder how significant converting Ditraina unusable stat, in this case the magic stat, into her attack stat, is around, imagine it's like she gained 60% potency up, except this one is stackable with other potency up, because technically it's not potency up, it's stat up, so you can like just also get potency up somewhere else. So it's just more damage, so it's nice. And lastly, her ultimate is a damaging ultimate. Normally, damaging ultimate would not be good, however in this case, her damaging ultimate is really good because it's a 9-hit AoE at 200%, and it also deals a lot of damage and also gives the guaranteed crit debuff. Ditraina, this is her strongest attacking skill. This is her strongest multi-hit skill. It's a 9-hit, it has high potency, and it also an AoE attack. So it would be nice if you can spend this twice in succession in a row, so you can do maximum damage with Ditraina. You don't care though, it's fine to not get an extra usage of this. You can just spend a 9-hit and then just like next turn just go back to normally using like a 4-hit or 6-hit bow on her normal skill or something. Now for the Witch Cat Salvation EX, I give her 8 out of 10, mainly because of one thing, okay? I was kind of debating whether to give her 7 or 8, but 8 is because of one thing, and is that for a short moment, this is a viable thing. You can actually run triple DPS with the Ditraina EX as an option. Right now, the team comp would be Kaine and Podis, and you're running Tiziano with Kaine, but Tiziana doesn't really benefit Potus a lot aside from the guarantee crit. Because Ditraina also does a lot of multi-hit attacks, so it's more damage. She also inflicts guarantee crit debuff, which both Kaina and Potus benefit from. And Kaina already has a self 50% attack buff from her self buff, and also like some ultimate buff anyway. So it's quite easy for her to hit the damage cap. And this triple DPS benefit even more when Black Knight arrive in the future, because when Black Knight arrived and Kaina get kicked out, Tiziana doesn't give us much benefit anymore because most of its benefits for Dagger. So therefore the triple DPS team is even better because Potus buff Sword and attack and sword damage up, which benefit both Black Knight and Potus, and then Ditraina give guarantee crit, so yes, triple DPS is nice. Oh, and also obviously she has a good bow DPS. You can use her in a bow team with Ochet and Huchet if you want to. And finally, here are the upcoming 8 Traveler coming to the game to the future. Note that the score isn't final and that the release order or they might get buffed might change the final overall score rating. My, we should look at that. In the far not so far future over there, we see 2 units with the best fashion in the entire game, in my opinion. Very much looking forward to that duo coming to the game though. But that's it for now, so bye bye!